Hello and welcome to a new weekly crafting vlog. So it is coming to the end of the school holidays. I did take a week off from recording, but I have recently done a podcast, so that is already out. And I did go to a trampoline park yesterday. I took the boys, so yeah, they let off a little bit of steam. And I did take my knitting as well. So I have been working on the Here's to Dreaming sweater, which I did share in my podcast. So that was the most recent time that you've seen it. But yeah, I'll just show you the progress of where I'm up to, because it's nice to look back at how far I've come in a week with, recording the weekly crafting vlogs. So this is currently where I'm up to. So what I really need to do is measure this against my no frills sweater, because I like the length of that. This isn't something that I'm going to be blocking because it's got no natural fibres in there. It's just acrylic and polyester. So yeah, it's not going to like stretch, unlike animal fibres like merino wool. But yeah, anyway, that is the progress where I'm up to. So I'm getting there with the length. As I said, I just need to measure to see how much more I need to do. So yeah, that's the progress on that one. I did get something in the post the other day. Now I know exactly what it is. So Emma from Yarn and Glitter here on YouTube, she has been making some project bags. So I got something in the post that I ordered from her. So I'll show you that now. Oh. I've got a little note in here. It says, Sam, thank you so much for your order. Enjoy your new bag. See you at East Anglia. All my love, Yarn and Glitter. So yeah, let me show you the bag. It's come nicely wrapped in this orange tissue paper. So I will open it and show you. So here it is. I got a little project bag with this design on it. It says The Knitter. So yeah, it's a really good quality bag actually. Yeah, so yeah, I bought this as a nice smaller project bag because most of mine are quite large, but it would make a really good project bag for like a t-shirt quantity, that sort of thing. But yeah, I have seen these on her videos and Instagram actually. And yeah, I just had to have this one. I love the rainbow effect of this vinyl. But yeah, now I've got one. So yeah, that's Emma from Yarn and Glitter here on YouTube. So go check her out. She does have an Etsy store. I believe that is Yarn and Glitter as well. So yeah, they're fairly inexpensive to be honest with you. But yeah, I just love that design on the front. I love anything sort of skulls, rainbow, and it's knitting related. Anyway, today is Saturday. I do have a lot of yarn to put away. Now, what I did a few weeks ago in a weekly crafting vlog was I put yarn and patterns together in mesh bags. Now, I want to go through the cupboard just behind me where I store all my nice hand-dyed yarns because, well, I've acquired quite a lot in the last month and I need to put it away. However, that cupboard is full, so what I'm going to do is pull out some of the commercial yarn that I have in there, put that somewhere else, just so I can make space for it. So yeah, I might as well record it and show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my yarn cupboard. I have, in fact, got quite a large amount of yarn that I need to put away. So I'm going to take out some of the commercial yarn in this cupboard, put it somewhere else. So I've made sort of like, well, a shelf, I guess. So yeah, I've got this massive redesigned project tote bag. So I'm going to use that to put the yarn in. And then I've got all my mesh bags for, sorting out projects, that sort of thing. So yeah, let's just take some out. But This is one of the first king coal fireflies I bought last year. I haven't worked with it yet. So this is dye lot number 1, and that one's in the shade Glowworm. So yeah, this one, what's it got in it? It's got purples, greens, rust colour. Yeah, it's this sort of colour. But I only got 1 skein of that. But yeah, anyway, that's a commercial yarn that I'll take out. I've got some Burnette velvet, and as you can see, I was in the middle of crocheting up a hat. Oh, and another hat. So yeah, anyway, I'll put these away. I've got some more Burnette velvet, which is from Unraveled. Hang on, let's tuck it in the ball band. Some more Burnette velvet. And some more Burnette velvet. It's actually really nice to make crocheted hats with. It's a bit more expensive because this comes from the US, but yeah, it's really lovely and soft. Okay, so I think I can happily take all that commercial yarn out. I have made a shelf for more hand-dyed yarn. Yeah, what's the slang yarn doing? Oh no, that's there with plans. Okay, so I'm going to put this yarn in this tote bag. So it's absolutely full. So I will put that aside and put it somewhere else for now. Okay, so before I fill this up, I am going to take this cake of yarn out because I do have a pattern for it. So I will put that in one of these mesh bags, yeah, and put in the cupboard with all the projects, like, organised. I do want to start a crochet shawl soon because I've actually got no crochet on the go at the minute, but for now, so I don't get sidetracked, I will just do this first and then decide, you know, what to cast on. There we go, pattern and the yarn. Okay, so skein of yarn with no plans. These kind of have plans, but no project allocated to it. That's got a plan. That's got a plan. Single skein with no plans. Okay, so this yarn here from Bird Street Yarn, I have a pattern in mind. So what I'll do is I will probably buy the pattern, print it out, and then allocate this to a bag rather than putting it in here. So yeah, I'll put that aside. Single skein with no plans because it was a prize that I won from Zakami Yarn. Okay, this is actually a sweater quantity. I don't know which pattern I'm going to make yet, but because it's a sweater quantity, I don't think I'll put it in here. I think I'll put that somewhere else. So yeah, I'll put it in a mesh bag as if, you know, I've got a plan with it, although it'll be without a pattern, if that makes sense. So I'll put that over here. Okay, so this Yarn Smith's Merino sock, I have no definite plans yet, but I bought it for my stash, so I will be putting it in here. This yarn I'm going to dye, so I'll keep that separate. This yarn was for my stash. Okay, 2 skeins of DK with no plans, so they'll go in the DK section, and some mini skeins. So I have actually got an advent calendar with blue colours in, so I will put them in that box to go with them because they're all sort of like blue shades. So yeah, I'll put that over here for that. Right, so 2 DK with no plans, that is up here. I will put this in here because, well, I don't want it just laying around, so I will put it in here for now. Okay, so this is probably really bad lighting in this corner because the window's just behind me and there's not much light coming from there. So this is the cupboard that I'm actually keeping like all the projects in, like the patterns and the yarn. So I'll put this in with there. It's getting a bit full. Although I do have an advent here, some minis here, and some project bags, oh, and some books. So yeah, this was my advent swap from my stepmom Karen. I have actually added some other random minis here, but they were mostly like blue colours, like here. So these ones I just added because they're mini skeins. But yeah, I will put these minis in here to go with the other blues. And for this sweater quantity, I'll put in a mesh bag and just squeeze it at the top here. I do have a box here from Stephen and Penelope with another sweater quantity worth. So that is for my husband's jumper. So what I'll do is I'll put the yarn in this mesh bag and then just squeeze it at the top here because there's a little bit of space. I just won't put a pattern in the bag because I haven't decided on what jumper I'm going to make yet. There we go. And then, yeah, these bags are just too big now, but that just goes to show the size of orders I used to get from Wool Warehouse. So I'm going to put these skeins of yarn from Bird Street in there. And then, well, I might as well buy and print out the pattern to add to it because otherwise, well, no, I'll know exactly what pattern it is. However, yeah, I'm going to print that pattern out. Okay, so I'm just on Ravelry. It is definitely in my favourites. There we go, so that's the Lorient sweater. Yeah, that is £5 and 1 pence, so yeah, fairly inexpensive. Okay, so pattern printed out. I can now put it with the yarn. Another one done. Okay, so you're probably thinking, if I'm storing these projects like that, even though I can see through the mesh bags, when they're piled on top of each other, I don't exactly know what's in there. So I have made a little list of all the things, or all the projects that are ready in there. So I've got quite a few sweater quantities in there actually. I've got the Felix pullover, the Helvellyn sweater, the Lento, the Lorient sweater, and a sweater quantity with no allocated pattern. And then I've got a few shawls in there as well. Oh, as well as the ranunculus, which I am yet to start because, yeah, I don't really want a gauge swatch. I think I might just do that when I fancy it, that is. I might just cast it on one day and just go with it. Yeah, and just see how it goes really, and then I can adjust things accordingly, you know. So anyway, yeah, I've written a list, so that will be going in here. Voila. Okay, so I've just had a few Sophie shop orders for my ring knitting stitch markers. So yeah, I'm going to get them out and then I need to post them at the post office at some point. My husband's just gone out with the car, so I don't think I'll be able to do that today. Yeah, I don't think I will. But Monday I'll get these posted. But yeah, anyway, I've just had an order from the lovely Barbara. And she's ordered, what she ordered? Okay, so she's ordered a set of pink and a set of blue ring stitch markers. So they are these two. So yeah, I'll be posting them out on Monday for her, along with the others that I've got today. I've not got a lot of stitch markers left. I'm going to have to replenish them again. I made loads a few weeks ago and they've just, well, nearly all sold again. Which is great. Yeah, thank you so much to anyone who supported me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some more. I think the purples were quite popular. They sold out quite quickly. I did some wicked, do I have any more? No, they sold out. But I did some wicked themed stitch markers. They were just sort of like pink and green. But yeah, they sold quite quickly as well. They're just living in this cute tin I got. Rendale Designs, I think. But yeah, it's a cute little tin to keep them in. And I'm using this craft trolley as well. I think, yeah, this is the one that I got from Aldi when they did their craft event. It was only like £12, I want to say. Was it? Yeah, around that sort of price, which, well, absolute bargain if you ask me. So yeah, I might actually make some. Yeah, I might actually make some more stitch markers with these new beads that I got. So yeah, I want to try those out. So anyway, let's get these packaged up. Okay, so I've just sat down. I'm going to package these Sophie orders. So these ones I have just shown you. This one I do have to post as well. They will all be going Monday because I'm working tomorrow and my husband's currently got the car. And these were another order. So as you can see here, these are the Wicked themed stitch markers. I think I'll have to make some more of those because they were quite popular, as well as the purple ones. So yeah, I'm going to have to make some more. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Not today, obviously not tomorrow because I'm working. So yeah, sometime later on in the week, I'll get on with making some more. But yeah, I'm so pleased with how popular they've all been. I mean, I sell 12 stitch markers for £3.50, plus postage. But I try and keep postage to a minimum because I offer second class postage. So yeah, anyway, let's get these packaged up. Okay, so I have just spent this afternoon making up some more ring stitch markers. I've just currently put them in these little cellophane bags because they're not quite finished. I just need to glue the beads in place. But currently in front of me, I've got a set of two 24 rainbow stitch markers. So yeah, I just need to add the beads to them. But I seem to be running out of these silver beads that I have. I don't know if I've got quite enough, but I'll have to swap it out for another sort of bead colour, I guess. But anyway, it is now nearly 4 o'clock. I'm just waiting for my husband to get back home with the car because he's popped out to the hospital to see his friend. So yeah, anyway, I do have Yarn in a Teacup quiz night to go to tonight, so that'll be fun. My sister's coming along too, so we'll hopefully be in the same team. But yeah, anyway, I'll get on with this, and yeah, I'll probably see you later when I'm going to Yarn in a Teacup. Okay, so I just put my jumper on top of my no frills sweater because I really like the length of that. So I've got a little bit of way to go. Obviously I'm going to measure, I think I'll measure to the top of the ribbing and then go from there, because if I measure to the bottom of the ribbing, like that's not the length of knitting in the round, if that makes sense. So I've got here a little stitch marker which I am going to place where I'm up to, and then just measure how much more I need to go, and then I can keep measuring from the stitch marker to see if I've you know, done that amount of knitting. So yeah, I'll put that on. Okay, so I've just measured and I need to do 13.5 centimetres of stockinette stitch in the round before doing the ribbon. So yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay, so I'm still waiting for my husband to come back with the car. What time is it? It's 4:30, so yeah, we need tea before I go to Yarn in a Teacup. So yeah, anyway, I'll probably see you later at Yarn in a Teacup. How far have you got with yours?
So this is the second half.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Like size wise, for a medium, it's 16 rows. Hypnotic spiral sweater.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
God, blimey.
Hypnotic. Yeah.
I'll move it.
You right, mate?
I'll sit with you until
Are you joining our team?
You've got the annual.
We need the music mind.
Okay, so it's Monday today. The kids have gone back to school, so I've got a nice chilled day off today. Somewhat. So yeah, I thought I would do a new cast on today. Oh! Hello! Ah! Okay, this is why I normally put the dogs away when I film. Molly, calm down. Lily, off. Anyway. You could go. Thank you. She's having zoomies. And you want to join in. Oh my god. You two calm down. Sit. Anyway, as I was saying, today is a day off and I'm going to relax and do a bit of crafting. So I did pull out a couple of skeins of yarn. That's these two. Now I bought these at the Summer Wool Festival last year. And I bought 2 skeins of DK to make like a Sophie shawl with. So yeah, it's as I said, DK, so I get 212 meters per 100 grams. So what I'm going to do, I've got a slobber on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cake up these two, and I want to make a Sophie shawl. However, well, so I have done a Sophie shawl before, so I've already got the pattern. Now, I made the large last time, and I haven't got it anymore because it was in a yarn that irritated my skin. So I want to make myself another one. I'm going to do it in the medium size, and yeah, it kind of says that I need approximately 250 grams of this sort of weight yarn. So what I'm going to do, cake up both of these. I'm going to use one skein for one half of the shawl, and then when one's used up, I'm going to then use the other half, or the other skein. So yeah, that's my plan today. So I'm going to cake these up now, and I'm going to make a start on the Sophie shawl because I haven't actually got one. I've knit one before, but yeah, as I said, I haven't got it anymore because I give it away. So yeah, anyway, that's the plan today. You got your ball. You got your ball. So yeah, let's cake up the skeins of yarn. So I don't know if I told you what the yarn is made out of. So it is on the DK Silky Yak base by Yarn Unique. And that is 60% superwash merino, 20% yak, 20% silk. Now, this is one of my favourite bases, so I just knew I wanted a Sophie shawl out of this. So yeah, I am now scaling it up, well no, I am now caking it up to work with it. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I've got 2 skeins of yarn caked up, ready to make the Sophie shawl. Okay, so now I've got my 2 cakes of yarn. I have got out everything else that I need for the project. So I have selected my new project bag. So I think 2 skeins of yarn will quite happily fit in this. That was the bag that I got from Emma from Yarn and Glitter. So yeah, let's pop everything in the bag. Yeah, it fits 2 cakes in there really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So yeah, 2 cakes of yarn in there. And I have selected the 5mm knitting needles and a cable. So I've not gone too long on this cable. Yeah, it's about this long. So obviously with the Sophie shawl or scarf, whoever's ever knitted one, you'll know that it starts off really small, then it increases, and to be fair, the middle of the shawl is not going to be this long. So yeah, perfect length if you ask me. And yeah, these are the ones that I picked up from Knitting for Fun at Unravel. So I knew I needed some more 5mm needles because I'm currently using one on my jumper, and I think that's the only size that I had. So I picked myself up another set. Good job, really. I knew that'd come in handy. So yeah, and then I've also got my printed pattern. So yeah, I'll start that in a bit, but for now I'm going to get myself some breakfast and then come back to that. But it's all ready in a project bag, ready to go. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Settle down. Good girls. Lay down. Down. I can't have both of you up here. Come on, get down. Come on, get down. Stop licking my face. I don't like it. Oh. Get down. Get down. Okay, so believe it or not, this is 30 rows of knitting. So what I've done is I've put this little stitch marker that I got from Chapel View Crafts onto the right side of the knitting. So, so when it's like that, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. It looks pretty similar, to be fair, although this side probably looks a little bit neater. But yeah, so I've done that. Just a little tip. I have sewn in the end, like the cast on tail, because I found myself sort of, well, it was tangling up with the working yarn, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've woven that in. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. So I'm just going to take a little break. Just need to go to the shops to post some stitch markers and get some bread because I didn't place an Asda order. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you in a bit. The sun is shining. Right, so I'm back from the post office. I've updated my Ko-fi shop to shipped, and yeah, I'm going to get on with the rest of the Sophie Shawl. So I actually like how this colourway is knitting up. You can see like some of the pops of colours in there. Yeah, it's hard to sort of know how a skein of yarn is actually going to knit up when you look at it like this. I mean, you can see like all the lovely colours in there, but yeah, this is how it's knitting up. So yeah, I'm going to just get on with more of this. Okay, so we're back from the school run, and I am making some more progress on the Sophie Shawl. Aren't I, Molly? Okay, good morning. It's the next day. I'm not sure what the last clip was that you saw. Maybe me sort of like knitting on my Sophie Shawl. I'm not sure. So today is a new day. I plan to go to Hobbycraft in Norwich, and I need a new knitting and crochet journal because last year I filled mine, and currently this year I haven't been sort of like keeping track of when I've started new projects. So I need a new knitting journal basically. And whilst I'm there, might grab a coffee, do a bit of knitting outside the house. So yeah, come along with me. so I'm just back from Hobbycraft. I didn't get a knitting and crochet journal because they were sold out. So I'm going to have a look online. I might possibly wait till the East Anglia Yarn Festival because I think Tilly Flop are going to be there. And I did see some project journals at Unravel. So I might potentially get one from her. Anyway, I did buy a few things. So I saw this little craft kit. It's a paint your own coaster set and they've got bees on them. I thought that was really nice. It was only like £6.50, so I picked that up. And then they had an Easter section and I just picked up this. Thought that was quite cute. Yeah, S for Sam. And then I didn't get any yarn, go me. But what I did get was this pattern. So it's Seeing Stripes, like sock pattern, signature 4-ply hand knit socks, designed by Winwick Mum. So I've heard a lot about Winwick Mum, and her pattern has been recommended quite a few times. So there we go, Winwick Mum. So I think it's designed by West Yorkshire Spinners Yarn, but obviously you can use any 4-ply sock yarn, can't you? But yeah, I'm not going to show you the pattern because it was a paid for pattern. But yeah, the pattern was £5 from Hobbycraft. I mean, I'm sure she's got tutorials online for free, but I thought it would be better having like a printed pattern. So yeah, purchased that. And then when I got home, I did make an order on Amazon like a week or so ago, and it was for this. So it's, sorry about the crinkling. So it is actually like a magnetic pattern holder. So I purchased this mainly with my colourwork pattern in mind. So yeah, I can simply put it on that and that'll help with colourwork a bit more. Yeah, anyway, that's what I purchased. Now on for a bit more knitting. So this is how far I've got on my Sophie Shawl. I've currently done 204 rows. So yeah, obviously you start at the smallest point here, and then like you increase every 6 rows. So yeah, the row 1 and 2 are practically the same, and then it's every 6th row that you increase. So yeah, you only increase by like 1 stitch, so it sort of gets there very gradually. But yeah, I'm knitting the shawl, so obviously that's going to be sort of more like a scarf really. But yeah, I love how these colours are coming out. Can you see that? But yeah, anyway, I'm going to knit some more on this, and tune into Wellbeing Knits podcast. I didn't know she went to Unravel. I didn't see her on the Saturday, but I did leave at like 12:30. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get on with a bit more knitting. I've got my next session. Oh no, hang on, that was last week's. Next session is routines and rewards. So that's a little Teams call that I'm sort of taking part in. So yeah, but we're going to be covering a little bit of last week's session, which was play, encouragement and listening. So yeah. Right, okay, I can't keep still, so I'm going to have to knit on something. Fix it first.
Yeah, nice. So, hi Sam. How was your half term, Sam?
Yeah, not too bad. We didn't really do much. I took the boys to a trampoline park, but that was about it.
Oh, that's what Chloe just said she took Mackenzie to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I made the mistake of not pre-warning Ben before we left because I think it was, yeah, we went 4 till 5 and at 5 o'clock I was like, right, time to go, and he had a bit of a meltdown, bless him.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so my fault.
The thing is, you as a parent, you sort of think, oh great, I've got this activity planned, and you don't necessarily think of all the ins and outs of it, doing the downfalls of it, and the finishing time as well as the starting time.
Okay, so it has been a few days, not because I've been at work, but because I've been off work because of my back. Yeah, on Tuesday evening, it just, I don't know, it just started aching, and when I moved slightly, I got twinges that were really like debilitating. So yeah, I literally sat on the sofa all day on one of them days and just knit. And I did also watch some YouTube videos, not my usual knitting videos. I actually watched videos on like Paris because me and my sister are going to book a trip to Paris in May. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. So obviously I'm going to scope out some yarn shops in Paris. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've been to Paris and you've been, well, specifically to yarn shops. I do have, you know, quite a list already. But yeah, it'd just be good to have recommendations of must-sees, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I've never been to Paris and yeah, I just fancied going. And then I asked my sister if she wanted to come with me because my husband, he said I could go. Well, he was the one who said about it really. But yeah, he said I could go, but he did ask me to ask my sister just because he would feel a bit better if I had someone to go with me. I mean, even if my sister weren't available, I would still have gone on my own, that is. So yeah, something I would never have done a few years ago. Honestly, I would never have thought of going anywhere like that on my own. So yeah, anyway, my back is a bit better. It's still a bit twingy, so I'm just being mindful of that. But yeah, let me show you the progress on my jumper because, oh no, caught it in the bag. Ah! There we go. Yeah, because I have made a lot of progress on it. So I'm currently on the ribbing on the bottom of the jumper. So also I have added my, oh, what number ball is that? I think I've bought 6 balls altogether, and this is my 5th ball. Yeah, it's my 5th ball. So I've got one whole ball, well, I've got this and another whole ball. So that is to do the ribbing and the 2 sleeves. So yeah, I should hopefully have enough. So yeah, I will show you the progress. Okay, hang on, I'm going to move the camera because I don't want to do my back in anymore. There we go. So you would have seen that, hang on, I'm just going to bring the camera a bit closer. So you would have seen before, hang on, there you go, that's better. Yeah, you would have seen that I put a stitch marker in and I needed to knit 13.5 centimetres before I got to the ribbing. Well, I measured it and yeah, I had 13.5 centimetres, so I started the ribbon. There's not much ribbon to see, to be honest. I have literally just started it. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, anyway, I think I want to do about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of ribbing, and then move on to the sleeves. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Yeah, I'm not sure how this yarn is going to wear up, because just looking at it, I've not worn it yet. It looks a little bit fuzzy. Well, you're not going to be able to see on the camera, but yeah, there's just a little fuzz. So I don't know if, like, in future, after a couple of wears, this is going to pill. Lily, what's the matter? Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if it's going to pill after like a couple of wears, but you know, softer yarns do pill, don't they? But yeah, anyway, I love the colour. I love how it's turning out, and I'm so tempted to try and get some more yarn, more King Cole Firefly, but in a different colour. Yeah, I just love this. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to do more of the ribbing, but I do need to, well, take it out of this bag now because it was literally squished in there. So yeah, I'm going to transfer it to my redesigned project 10. So it's a bit bigger there. So yeah, that's, well, it's empty. So yeah, I'm going to transfer it into this one. There we go, much better. Yeah, so I'll empty this one, take the pattern out. I haven't got everything in this project bag that I would need for the project. Oh, hang on, I've got to be careful here. Oh, God, I feel like an old woman. So I have put some bits in this mesh bag. I've got the extra ball in here. I've got the packets with the cables. I've got, that's it. I've got the smaller needles as well. So yeah, I'm gonna actually transfer out of this bag into there because I've got a lot more room now. So yeah, extra ball of yarn, which hopefully I won't need to break into, but we'll see. Got my got my small circular needles. So what have I got on here? Size 4. I need the size 5 on there really, because I won't need the size 4 until I'm on the ribbing on the sleeves. Yeah, anyway, I'll sort that out later. So these are all my ball bands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so yeah, I'm currently on the 5th ball. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really need to keep these. Yeah, I've got my cables. So this is the packet for the cables that are, you know, in the round on the body. So I just kept it in there because otherwise I'm not sure, you know, on the length of it, because it's not written on the cable at all. Not that I've seen anyway. So yeah, that's for the 80 centimetre one. And then this one here is 16 inches. Yeah, 16 inches or 40 centimetres. That's the one that I'm going to use for the sleeves. So yeah, I'm keeping them together so I know exactly what size cables I've got. These needles I can put away because they're 5mm. Now I'm not going to use them for the sleeves because they're just a little bit long. Yeah, and I'm going to transfer the 5mm needles on this short circular ready for when I do the sleeves, which won't be too long hopefully. So earlier on in the week I did sort of well, I did put together some more knit and needle stitch markers, but I just need to glue the beads in place and then list them on my Ko-fi shop. So yeah, I'll do that now. I won't film too much of this because you've probably seen it before if you're a regular viewer of mine. So yeah, I won't bore you too much. Yeah, I'll do that and then just show you at the end when they're all done. Okay, so I have finished some of the stitch markers. So I've done 2 of the set of 24 rainbow stitch markers. I've done 3 of the sets of 12 stitch markers. And I've done 3 sets of Wicked themed stitch markers. So they're just the, they're just the sort of pink and green sets. So yeah, the smaller sets have 12 on them. So yeah, I mainly chose these colours to do because they were the ones that sold out the quickest. So yeah, all I've got to do now is just put them on my Ko-fi shop. Well, you know, update the listing that there's that amount available. So anyway, now I've got the stitch markers done. I'll probably round off the video here actually, because it's probably long enough. So anyway, thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!